Wanted to show a couple things. You obviously got some standing water over there around the door. I took a picture of that. But looks like you had some foundation work done, and these post jacks that they installed may be doing okay, but they're certainly not the way we would do them, and I just wanted to bring that to your attention. They're either on a cat block or something like this post jack right here next to me. This one is actually on a brick. As you can see, it's just on a brick. Normally you're supposed to pour footers and put these on. So there's a lot of weight being pushed down. So just a standard brick or a cat block normally is not sufficient. And this one over here, it's actually coming off of its cat block. As you can see how it's on the edge. It looks like it's actually sliding off, or the cat block's been moved, or maybe they just didn't center it good enough. But it might be a good idea to redo some of this foundation work. Plus a lot of it has mold all over it. We like to use steel I-beams because they can't grow mold. But if you can look at this one here, and I'll get some pictures to show you. Like this one's on a cat block. It should be on a poured footer. But look at all this yellow stuff and all this growing on this piece of wood. If this was a steel I-beam, and these have all rusted because of the high humidity in here over the years. So you got some fungal growth throughout, and this wood is discolored. The other thing I wanted to show you is it looked like you had somebody work on your ductwork. They put some mastic on the ducting, which it wasn't done very well, and has pulled loose. As you can see, there's the collar. They're supposed to attach it to the collar better, but there's the ductwork, and it's just kind of loose. So anyway, these ducts should probably be redone. This one actually has been pulled so tight it may need to be readjusted. It may get the slack out of it and redo it, but it's pulled away. You're supposed to use machine screws to attach it to the collar and then air seal it. We like to use a mastic tape. They used a duct tape, and you can see it came loose. So anyway, a lot of different issues foundation wise. Possibly you've got moisture under the vapor barrier, which is common, but you got a little bit too much water coming through, and then you can see this white powdery looking stuff. See all that yellow and white. So recommend the insulation be removed and soda blasting be done on the entire crawl space to get everything back up and running. Here's another one. This one seems to be intact, but well, not really. As you can see, it's already started to pull away. So these duct collars should be redone, and hopefully we can salvage this, but if we can't, it may be a good idea to just install new runs on the crawl space. So just finished up this crawl space. A few of the things that we found with this crawl space is they did quite a bit of foundation work, and they had to soda blast all the mold off of the pressure treated wood, had to pull all the insulation out and soda blast everything. And anyway, looks really good. We've got all of our foam board up and vapor barrier over the foam board. One of the questions we get a lot is why do we put the vapor barrier over the foam board? Can you put the foam board over the vapor barrier? Well, I'm not sure that it matters functionally which way you do it, but the reason why we put the vapor barrier over the foam board is so that aesthetically it looks nicer, we think, because when you put vapor barrier up, if you're cutting quite a bit of vapor barrier or quite a bit of foam board, you know, it would look like drywall without mud, without taped and mud. So if you can imagine how that would look inside your house if you just had drywall up and you didn't have it taped and mud put on it, how bad that would look. Well, we want the crawl space to look really nice, so we put the plastic over the foam board. So what we do is we'll get it up in here and install the plastic foam boards behind it, and then we'll actually come down quite a bit, and our tape is here. So this is where our seam is. So that way it gives us quite a bit of a flow from, if this particular crawl space had standing water coming through this wall, so we want it to hit and then go to the trench, and if for some reason it's able to get past the trench, which it shouldn't be, it's still got quite a bit of surface area before it makes its way to a joint. But we don't typically have that kind of problem, but this is more like the ability to just have this plastic just covered further away from the wall is always better. So anyway, you can see we also did some joint repair of some duct works. A company had come in and basically just put mastic on the outside. This black, you can see they put mastic on the outside. So what we had to do was actually peel that mastic off, peel the insulation back, and then mastic the collar on the inside, and then seal it up a little better so they're getting a little bit better airflow with their HVAC unit. This is ductboard, which is not the greatest thing to use anymore. I don't know that they use it at all. But there's also how we do the heating and air return and supply that goes out to the unit outside. There's our dehumidifier up on blocks, got it level, got our sump pump over there near the door. So anyway, it turned out really nice. We actually had to build that door. It was too low so water could travel through the ground into the crawl space, so we had to build the door up. And here is everything. So hopefully you like it, and if you have any questions or anything like that, please feel free to give us a call or contact us through our website, crawlspaceninja.com, and hopefully there'll be a franchise coming near you. If you need any DIY products though, if you want to tackle the crawl space yourself, check out the link below. We got some links to our DIY product page, vapor barrier, dehues, all that sort of stuff. Thanks. Hope you make it a happy and blessed day. Thanks for watching.